God says, listen. I need you to be still for a moment. Still your mind. Quiet your heart. Because what I am about to reveal is not a message you can ignore. This is not a general word. This is not for just anyone. This is for a parent whose heart has been heavy. This is for a parent who has been carrying something in silence. You have been holding your breath, watching your son drift, watching his behavior change, watching his choices shift, and your spirit has felt the tremor of something deeper moving in the unseen. Your son's life is at a turning point. This is not ordinary. This is not coincidence. This is not just growing up. This is not just a phase. This is a crossroads in the realm of destiny. There are forces fighting over him. There are voices calling to him. Heaven is calling him. But the enemy is calling him too. And the battle is close. Closer than you think. God says, wake up. Do not dismiss what you have been feeling. Do not silence the warnings I placed in your spirit. Your discernment has been right. Your heart has known. Your soul has been sensing the shift. I have been whispering to you in dreams. I have been speaking through small signs. I have been nudging you to pray, even when you did not understand exactly why. Your son is standing between two paths. One path will lead him into who he was born to become. The other will lead him into chains that will be difficult to break later. This is a moment of divine intervention. Heaven is leaning in. Angels are standing watch. But you must rise. You must not be passive. You must not be silent. You must not say, maybe it will sort itself out. No. This is the time to stand in spiritual authority. God says, you have authority over what tries to enter your bloodline. You have authority to speak life when the enemy speaks confusion. You have authority to break the patterns that tried to destroy the generations before you. You have authority to declare that your child will not be taken. Your son has been feeling lost inside. He has been wrestling with questions he has not spoken. He has been trying to understand his place in this world. He has been trying to figure out who he is separate from everything he was told. The enemy has been whispering to him, telling him that no one understands him, that no one sees him, that no one will ever know the turmoil inside him. But God says, I see him. I know him. I formed him. I called him before he was formed in your womb. My hand has been on him since the beginning. But there is something else. A distraction has been sent. A person. A group. A voice. A temptation. A lifestyle. A route that looks fun. Something that looks harmless at first. Something that seems innocent. Something that feels like belonging. Something that makes him feel accepted. But the enemy has been hiding the chain behind the invitation. God says, do not be fooled by what looks small. The enemy does not attack loudly. He attacks quietly. He starts by shifting desires. He starts by changing friendships. He starts by altering communication. He starts by creating secrecy. He starts by making the child close their heart from the one who loves them most. You have noticed your son becoming distant. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100 as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. Distant. Less talkative. More closed. Sometimes agitated. Sometimes tired. Sometimes emotionally unreachable. You have seen him scrolling late at night. You have seen him drawn to things that are stealing pieces of his soul. You have wondered where his joy went. You have wondered why his eyes seem heavy. You have wondered why he seems surrounded by people yet emotionally alone. This is the turning point. God says, the turning point is when the soul begins to lean. When the heart begins to choose. When identity begins to solidify. And that moment is now. But do not be afraid. Do not panic. Do not speak from fear. Speak from faith. Speak from spiritual knowing. Your prayers in this season have power beyond the physical world. Heaven is listening when you pray. Listen closely. There has been an assignment against your son. It did not begin yesterday. It started long ago. The enemy has been waiting for the moment where he would be old enough to step into influence. The enemy is not after his childhood. The enemy is after his calling. Because your son has a calling. A mantle. A purpose that is larger than his age. A purpose that hell recognized before you did. The enemy has seen glimpses of who he will become. A leader. A voice. A light. A breaker of cycles. A repairer of foundations. Someone who will speak truth where others remain silent. Someone who will rise where others fall. Someone who will carry spiritual authority that scares darkness. So the enemy is attempting to silence him early. The enemy is trying to redirect him before he awakens fully to who he is. God says, but I will not allow it. I am calling you to watch. I am calling you to intercede. I am calling you to cover him like a shield. Do not speak words of fear over him. Speak destiny. Speak identity. Speak truth. Speak the opposite of what you are seeing, because heaven does not respond to fear, it responds to faith. When you see rebellion, speak purpose. When you see confusion, speak clarity. When you see isolation, speak belonging. When you see silence, speak life. Your words matter. Your voice matters. Your prayers are not bouncing off the walls. They are building walls of protection around him. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100 as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it. God says, do not give up. Even when it looks like nothing is changing. Even when it looks like He is not listening. Even when it feels like your prayers are going unnoticed. The Spirit hears before the mind understands. Right now, there is a spiritual fight around His identity. He is asking, who am I? Where do I fit? What is my purpose? Why do I feel different? You cannot answer those questions for Him. But you can guide His Spirit toward the one who can. Your role in this season is not to control. It is not to force. It is not to lecture. It is to stand as a spiritual gatekeeper. Speak life into your home. Speak peace into His atmosphere. Speak protection over His path. Anoint His room when He leaves. Pray over His pillow. Pray over His name. Pray over His future. The enemy trembles when a praying parent rises. God says, your son will not be lost. He will not fall into darkness. He will not be swallowed by confusion. His destiny will not be stolen. I am bringing him into awakening. I am stirring his soul. I am calling him by name. But the turning point requires your alertness, your awareness, your faith, your spiritual authority. This is not the time to say, maybe it's not that serious. This is the time to say, I refuse to surrender my child to any darkness. You are not fighting flesh. You are not fighting behavior. You are not fighting attitude. You are fighting spiritual influence. And you are equipped. God says, I chose you as His parent for a reason. Not by chance. Not by coincidence. You were chosen because your spirit has strength. You were chosen because your love has endurance. You were chosen because your prayers have fire. You were chosen because you carry a mantle that protects Him. Everything you have gone through was training for this moment. Every tear, every lesson, every breaking, every rebuilding. It was preparation. You are not weak. You are not outmatched. You are not failing. You are not late. You are stepping into your role. Your son's story will not end in darkness. Your son will rise. Your son will be restored. Your son will come into clarity. Your son will walk in purpose. Your son will speak with authority. But right now, you must wake up spiritually. If you are ready, say, I cover my son in the blood of Jesus. No weapon formed against him will prosper. His mind is protected. His future is secured. His path belongs to God. His identity is sealed in heaven. His destiny will be fulfilled. I will not fear. I will not be silent. I will not retreat. I stand in spiritual authority. God says, you have just shifted the atmosphere. This is the turning point. God says, listen closely, because what I am about to reveal now goes deeper into the unseen. Your son is not just experiencing emotional confusion. He is standing at the edge of spiritual awakening. And when the soul begins to awaken, darkness tries harder to interfere. The enemy fears the moment a chosen child realizes who he is. The enemy fears identity. Because once identity is known, chains break easily. So the enemy has been working to cloud his identity, to distort his perception of himself, to make him doubt his worth, to make him feel like he is not enough. This is not accidental. This is strategic. There has been a whisper around him. A whisper that says, "You are alone." A whisper that says, "No one understands you." A whisper that says, "You need to figure this out yourself." That whisper did not come from heaven. Heaven does not isolate. Heaven does not push someone into loneliness. Heaven calls into community. Heaven calls into love. Heaven calls into truth. But the enemy isolates before he infiltrates. And your son has been slowly pulling away emotionally, even when physically he is still present. You have felt it. The silence in the atmosphere. The unanswered questions. The strange emotional distance. The delayed responses. The sudden irritations. The quick shutdowns. The gaze that sometimes looks past you instead of at you. God says, do not take his distance personally. He is not rejecting you. He is wrestling spiritually. The enemy wants you to feel discouraged so that you will stop speaking life. But you must not stop. You must increase. You must strengthen your voice in the Spirit. Because your voice carries authority. Your voice is not just a parental voice. Your voice is a spiritual covering. When you speak, heaven moves. When you pray, angels respond. When you declare, the spiritual realm shifts. The enemy knows this. That is why he has tried to make you feel tired. That is why he has tried to make you feel emotionally overwhelmed. That is why he has whispered to you, maybe you're overthinking this. Maybe it's just a phase. Maybe he will figure it out. But God says, no. I placed that intuition in you. I placed that urgency in you. I placed that spiritual sensitivity in you. You are not imagining what you feel. You are discerning. Your son is at the edge of influence. There are two influences pulling him. One influence comes from divine identity. The other influence comes from worldly validation. The enemy is trying to make him crave acceptance from those who do not carry wisdom. The enemy wants him surrounded by those who applaud rebellion. Those who applaud recklessness. Those who glorify carelessness. Those who disguise brokenness as freedom. But God says, he is not created to blend in. He is created to stand out. There is a greatness in him that makes him feel different. It makes him restless. It makes him question himself. He feels like he doesn't fit. Like he doesn't fully belong anywhere. But that is because he is not meant to belong to the world. He is meant to belong to purpose. He is meant to belong to calling. He is meant to belong to destiny. And the enemy fears this, because once he steps into his identity, he will become a weapon against darkness. He will become a breaker of cycles. He will become one who leads others into truth. He will become someone who carries spiritual fire that cannot be extinguished. But right now, his spirit is learning how to choose. This is why your presence matters. Not your pressure. Not your worry. Not your fear. But your presence. Your prayer. Your consistency. Your tone. Your atmosphere. Your stability. Do not argue with him from the flesh. Speak to him from the Spirit. Speak to him gently. Speak to him with patience. Speak to him with love. Love is the language that the enemy cannot imitate. God says, "Your son is not lost. He is searching. And I am guiding him, even in the silent places." However, there are doors that must be shut. There are influences that must be cut off. There are connections that must be broken. Not by force. Not by shouting. But by spiritual declaration and atmosphere cleansing. Some friendships around him are not friendships. They are assignments. Sent to confuse. Sent to distract. Sent to divide. Sent to shift his path. These individuals appear harmless. They appear friendly. They appear supportive. But their souls carry confusion. And confusion spreads quietly, like fog. God says, pray that every ungodly connection dissolves. Pray that every false friendship fades. Pray that every dark influence loses its grip. Pray that his spirit becomes uncomfortable around anything that is not meant for him. Your prayer is strong enough to break invisible ties. And listen. There are things he has seen and heard that he does not know how to talk about. There are fears he has not expressed. There are emotions he has not named. There are inner battles he does not know how to explain. He does not need pressure to speak. He needs safety to open. And your presence is the safety. When he speaks, do not rush to respond. Listen. Even when the words come out messy. Even when they sound confusing. Even when they do not make sense. Let him feel heard. Because once his heart trusts you again, his spirit will follow your spiritual lead. God says, this is a season of realignment. I am guiding you on how to speak. I am guiding you on how to love. I am guiding you on how to intercede. You are not just a parent. You are a spiritual gatekeeper. And the gate is being tested. But the gate will stand. Because you are not standing alone. Heaven stands with you. Your son is going to rise again. His joy will return. His clarity will return. His purpose will awaken. His voice will strengthen. His identity will become clear. And he will look back at this season and say, this is where I was saved. This is where my path changed. This is where God reached me. And you will say, this is where my prayers were answered. God says, now listen, because from here the words I speak are not only guidance but activation. The atmosphere around your home will begin to shift as this message unfolds. Angels have already been assigned to your household. They stand near your doorways. They stand near your son's room. They stand near the places where his mind has been wrestling. And they are prepared to war on your behalf, but they respond to your voice. Your voice must rise now, not in panic, but in authority. Your son's spirit is sensitive. Even if he appears silent. Even if he appears distant. Even if he appears uninterested in spiritual matters, his spirit hears what his mind has not yet learned to interpret. When you pray, something inside him stirs. When you declare his destiny, something in his soul recognizes truth. He may not show it. He may not say it. He may not react the way you expect. But the Spirit does not need visible reaction for transformation to begin. God says, your prayers are entering places you cannot see. Your words are entering rooms in his heart that he has kept closed from everyone else. Do not think that silence means nothing is happening. The Spirit works quietly. The Spirit works beneath the surface. The Spirit works in the deep. There has been a shadow of confusion around your son. Not because he is lost, but because he is called. The enemy always fights the called. The enemy always targets destiny carriers. The enemy always tries to break the foundation before the building rises. But this time, the foundation will not break. Because you are not the same. You are more spiritually awake now than you once were. You are more aware. More discerning. More anchored. This is the moment where your voice begins to shape the trajectory of your son's journey. God says, speak these words daily, even when you do not see change yet. Speak them because your voice is crafting the future. Say, my son belongs to God. His mind belongs to God. His heart belongs to God. His spirit is protected. His purpose will be fulfilled. No darkness can have him. No confusion can claim him. No deception can hold him. He walks in light. He walks in truth. He walks in destiny. He walks in purpose. Heaven responds to this. The enemy recoils from this. Your son's soul recognizes this. There is a breaking happening. A quiet breaking. A turning. A shift inside his spirit. Even now, something is loosening. Something is unraveling. Something that tried to latch onto him is losing its grip. God says, you have been waiting for transformation to show in his behavior, but transformation begins in the invisible realm. It begins in the heart. It begins in the thoughts. It begins in the atmosphere. And the atmosphere is changing now. Your son will begin to experience moments of reflection. Moments where he pauses. Moments where he questions the path he was leaning toward. Moments where conviction rises gently. Do not interrupt these moments. Do not rush them. Do not try to control them. Let the Spirit work. The Spirit knows how to speak to him in ways that the natural world cannot. There will also be separation. People who were influencing him to stray will begin to fade from his life. Some friendships will suddenly weaken. Conversations will stop. Plans will fall apart. Invitations will not feel the same. He may feel frustrated at this. He may not understand it. But you will understand. Heaven is intervening. God says, do not fear the separation. It is protection. I am removing what was not sent from me. And yet, this is also the season where your son needs love more than correction. He needs presence more than pressure. He needs safety more than questioning. He needs to know that even when he is unsure, you are sure. Your consistency will stabilize him. Your peace will calm him. Your warmth will draw him. Your faith will strengthen him. This is how destiny is nurtured. Your son is going to rise. Not slowly. Not quietly. There will come a moment where something shifts so clearly that you will say, this is the change. This is the turning point. This is the restoration. He will begin to ask questions about purpose. He will begin to reflect on his actions. He will begin to search for meaning that is deeper than temporary excitement. His spirit will hunger. His heart will soften. His mind will open. The light will return to his eyes. The heaviness will lift. The emotional fog will clear. God says, I will restore him. I will guide him. I will strengthen him. I will awaken him. And hear this. Your son is called to lead others. Not follow them. Not imitate them. Not blend into them. Lead them. There is a leader's voice in him. A leader's spirit. A leader's authority. A leader's mantle. That is why he struggles with belonging. Leaders do not fit in. Leaders stand out. And the enemy tried to use that to make him feel not enough. But heaven is about to use that to raise him into influence. Your son will speak. He will speak life. He will speak wisdom. He will speak truth. He will encourage others. He will change lives. He will walk with God. And he will carry the fire you prayed into him. This is his turning point. Now, let us seal this. Speak these words. God, I place my son in your hands. Guide him. Protect him. Restore him. Break every chain that seeks to hold him. Silence every voice that does not come from you. Surround him with angels. Fill his spirit with peace. Let his identity be rooted in you. Let his purpose come alive. Let his heart return to truth. I stand as his covering. I stand as his intercessor. I stand as his protector. I stand in faith. I stand with heaven. And I declare, my son will not be lost. He will rise. He will grow. He will walk in destiny. His story will be a testimony. God says, it is done. Now walk in peace. Trust what I am already unfolding. The turning point is here. And the story will end in victory. For your son, support by giving a super thanks up to $100 as a simple act of faith and gratitude. Not by pressure, but by love, saying, Lord, I believe this word and I receive it.